Hello there. I'm Miss Lynn, and I am the preschool teacher at Pasadena RAP program. We used to be just Head Start, and now we're a RAP. So Pasadena RAP, and we want to welcome you to the school year. I'm the teacher in the classroom, and this is
Miss Andy.
and Miss Andy is our child development assistant. We also have Anissa, who's another aide in the classroom. Her name is Miss Rachel. She's not here with us today. But you will see her face on our Zooms, and once we're able to get back into the classroom, you will definitely see her. Okay? So we're just going to take a second to tell you a little bit about ourselves, and then we'll move into some other stuff that you need to know. Okay? So my name is Lynn Bagelman. I've been teaching preschool for about 26 years now. This is going to be my 21st year here with the San Juan School District, and my 7th year here at Pasadena Elementary School. We're really excited to be able to get this school year started, even though it's on a distance learning format. We're excited to see the kids on the Zoom, and even looking more forward to getting to meet them in person at some point. I'm gonna let Annie tell you a little bit about herself.
I've been with the district for 6.5 now. I've known Lynn since my daughter was in preschool in her class for about years ago. So I can't wait to see you guys on Zoom Monday.
All right, so I'm going to go over some information that you need to know. This video is kind of your orientation video, as if you were to come into the classroom and do orientation with us. All right. So hopefully you had a chance to go over the material that I sent in the email yesterday. I know you guys are going to be hit with a lot of emails and a lot of material without a lot of explanation at any given time. Just remember, you can always call or email me. My phone number, or the classroom phone number, is always on the bottom of the email. So please, please, please utilize that if you have any questions. Okay. We will be sending out some additional information today. I know we've talked to you guys on the phone and set up those virtual home visits. So we will be sending out today a little bit more information, as well as the link that you will need to get on the Zoom for Monday morning, and then the link for your individual Zoom virtual home visit. Okay. Let's see. So just a quick reminder, this whole distance learning thing is new to us as it is new to you. We are learning things as we go through it. We've been through a couple trainings with some stuff, but still have many more trainings to go. We're utilizing multiple platforms that we will be learning right along with you. So just please bear in mind that we are definitely going to have some glitches. There's going to be some miscommunications that happen. There's just going to be some mistakes made. But as long as we can work together, be patient with each other, we know we'll get through it. And remember that we're all here working for the success of our children. Okay. So that said, we do have some packets that we've put together with some materials for your child, mostly curriculum materials. They will also be getting some school supplies. We do not have those yet. They have been ordered. They are coming into a central location where they're being sorted and distributed to the different preschool classroom teachers so that we can then get them to our students. So as soon as we have all of that together, we'll let you know how we're distributing that. I'm not sure if we'll be doing a front door drop or if we will have you come here and grab stuff from in front of the classroom. Exactly how that will work, but we will get those materials to your child one way or another. Okay. Let's see. Some of the platforms we'll be using with distance learning will include Google Classroom, which is new to us here in the preschool world. So we're learning how to utilize that again, right along with you. We will be using Learning Genie. We will be using Ready Rosie, and of course Zoom. And I think there's a couple other ones that are going to be introduced, but those will be the primary ones that we use. And again, we will help you maneuver through those as much as possible. Okay. What we are going to ask you to do though, because we are sending you curriculum materials, probably about 6 to 8 weeks worth at a time, is to not jump ahead. Um, Wait for us to introduce something to the children before you introduce it out of the packet. It is always okay to go back and review stuff that we've already gone over. But for example, you're going to be getting Alpha Friends books in your packets, and we're going to be introducing the letters one a week. So don't do your X book if we haven't introduced X yet. Okay, so stick to the things that we've done and review, and we will all move forward together. Okay, let's see. So the other thing I wanted to say was one of the things we would like you to try to do as best you can, and I know it's tough, I was teaching from home last year, and so I know it's tough to do school at home sometimes, but as much as you can, help your child organize materials. You can find things to organize, crayons, pens, they're probably gonna have some scissors and glue sticks and all that kind of stuff. Just find an area where it can be organized so that that becomes your child's school area. You keep their journal there, you keep their curriculum materials there so that they know that that is school for them. Okay, and as much as possible, we want to start a routine and maintain, and it's one of the reasons why we're working so hard to establish that schedule and stick to it. Okay, in the classroom, routine is vital to the success of our day, honestly. And so for as much as you can establish a regular routine, that will be very helpful as well. Okay. Now, we are going to ask you to try to view all the links that we send out and all the materials, because you'll get things via email, you'll get things through Learning Genie, Google Classroom. Please try to view all those. It is not our goal to overwhelm you at all. So we are going to kind of sending things out incremental. Even if you're not able to actually recreate some of the activities you see in videos in your house, at least watch the video with your child so you guys can have some discussion about what you're seeing. Okay. Each preschool child will be assigned an Android tablet device. Okay. Like the materials, those are coming in and arriving. They have not all arrived. So the department is waiting till they all arrive so that we can distribute them all at once. When you do get them, they will have the apps that we are going to be utilizing already installed on the tablet. Okay, and that will be how your child will be able to access the Zoom meetings and again materials that we'll be sending out. Okay, as soon as those are available, we will let you know and get those distributed. Okay. Your child will also be getting a San Juan email address. Hopefully those will all be assigned next week. If you have an older student, you know that the San Juan email address is what gives you access to Google Classroom and from there to the other platforms that are available. For now, for next week, you should be able to get on the Zoom meetings just by logging into Zoom, just by using the link that we send you. As of August 28th, however, Tech Services is going to be locking down access, and you will only be able to get in using that San Juan email. So it is our hope, the department's hope, that all students will have their emails assigned by early next week. Okay, so watch for the information from that. I'm not sure if that will come from us or come from Tech Services, so just keep your eyes out for it on your email. Okay. Your child will also be getting assigned a San Juan ID number. And the ID number is what is used for kids to pick up their lunches, to check out library books, any of those kinds of things. So you are also going to be assigned that ID number. That might take just a little bit more time because our early childhood students have never been assigned these numbers before. So we're currently entering everyone into the queue system so that those kids can get the ID numbers. Again, you will be alerted as to when your child's ID number has been activated, and then that will allow you to be able to pick up school lunches and breakfast at that time. So for right now, our preschool children are not able to take advantage of those meals that are being handed out at the schools. But as soon as your ID number is assigned, you will be able to pick up lunch and breakfast for your child. Okay. I've got notes here that I'm going over. I think that's it. I think we're ready to go over some of the materials here. I'm going to try to screen share here on the Zoom. So we'll see if this will work out. Give me just a second to set this up, and we're going to go over our daily schedule, our weekly schedule, as well as go through the orientation packet very quickly. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Do I hit that? And I think we're sharing. All right, so let me open these documents here for you. So this is our daily schedule. Okay, this is what our daily schedule looks like. So this is what a week is going to look like. And you'll see that every day at 10 o'clock, we're going to be Zooming to do something. On Mondays and Fridays, we have a full circle time scheduled. We'll be doing movement songs, a gathering song, going over a calendar. We'll go over our alpha friend, and we'll read a story during that time. Tuesday and Thursday will be a shorter circle time. You see we've cut out the story time on that, but you will notice that we will be posting a story video that day, so that there will be story time of some sort. On Wednesdays, it's a little bit different. We're going to be doing our second step discussion, which is our social emotional curriculum. And once we start doing that, it'll become clear. We look at pictures, we talk about feelings, eventually get into situations with multiple kids in like classroom settings or playground settings, working with each other. Okay. All right. And then in the afternoon on Wednesdays, we'll be doing daily journal check-ins. Your child will be getting a journal in their materials. Let me see, I think I can bring this into my page here. So it'll just have their name on the front, and it's just full of blank pages. Okay, but they, I don't know. I will show you this journal again once I get the screen sharing off, but they're just going to be writing in it. They'll draw a picture. No expectations at all. You'll ask them to tell you what they drew on that day, and you just write verbatim their words. Okay. I will make sure that we screen share that, or that I share that with you again at the end when I get this off. Okay. Then you'll see that we have other what we call asynchronous activities that we'll be posting during that time. And then also on Tuesday and Thursday is when we have that individual teaching time scheduled, and we're going to be looking at that schedule here right now. Okay. I think I need to actually pull it out of my, hold on a second. Found it. Thank you for being patient while I find all this. There it is. All right. All right, so here's our individual schedule. Okay, and you'll see that on Tuesdays, we're going to be doing some reading groups. So you have those broken out at 12:30. Miss Lynn will be Zooming with Mohammed, Melanie, and Jaheem. Okay, and we will be going over whatever Alpha Friend book is we're working on that week. Then they will log off, and Noah and Eileen will come on at 1 o'clock. Same thing, they'll log off, and John and Jehu will come on at 1:30. And then we have some math skills added. So I'll just take Noah, for example. So Noah will log on at 1 to do his reading, and then he'll be finished with that. And then at 2:10, he'll come back on to do a math skill with me. Okay, Miss Andy will be working on math skills the entire time. And you'll see your child's name and time that they will log on to do math with Miss Andy that day. Okay, so the rest of the week works out like that. Wednesdays is journal check-in. And I know right now on this one, we have these set up in the morning for our journal check-ins. We'll be moving those to the afternoon, all of them to the afternoon. Actually, that might actually work because we don't have them starting till 11. So the schedule is going to be fluid, and we're going to do our best to keep it as much to what we've presented as we can, but we do understand that families are going to need to change times, or there may be a time that you can't come or a day that you can't come, and that is fine. You will have plenty of materials to supplement any missed one-on-one or small group time with us, okay? Then on Thursdays for our pre-K children, we have a writing clinic where we'll work on just their writing mechanics. And then Miss Andy will be working on phonics and language comprehension. Okay. All right. I am going to unshare just a minute so I can show you that journal before we go to the orientation packet. So here's the journal. Again, if you saw it last time, great. It's just stapled together. It's got some blank papers in it. This is a former student. And so they just get to draw a picture or write in it. The student was working on writing letters. And you just ask them, tell me what you drew about today. And we put the date on it. And then you write the child's words exactly as they say them to you. So for example, this child said, a ball, it's for to kick. I kick Sissy. She kicks it to me. I kick it to her. Okay, so we're just going to write exactly what they say, and that helps us a lot to watch their language develop over time. They develop vocabulary, sentence structure. We start to see verbs being conjugated. So the journals are a huge tool for us. Okay, I'm going to go back to the screen share so that we can go to the orientation packet real quick. Okay, close the schedule and open the orientation packet. All right, so this is something that you that I emailed you yesterday. Okay, so it's going to be in that initial an attachment in the initial email that I sent you. This is just the agendas they put out. I'm going to scroll through things that we don't need to discuss really. This is just our mission statement for early childhood education, Head Start, and basic stuff about the preschool curriculum. Policy committee, I do want to talk to you about. Policy committee is a group of parents from Head Start classrooms. We do have Head Start funding in our wrap, so we will need to have a representative for the policy committee. You'll see over here the dates of their meetings. They meet one Thursday a month, and they discuss policies within our own district preschools. It's really a vital component of the Head Start program. We encourage parents to attend the meetings, but we do need to have at least one parent volunteer as a representative, and we will officially elect that parent at our first parent meeting. But if this is something you might be interested, take a look. There's a lot of great information, a lot of great presenters that come on there. It's a great way to be involved in what your child's doing. The meetings, obviously for now, are going to be virtual. So you can do them right from home. And then you would share out whatever information you receive at our parent meetings. Okay, and I'll talk about our parent meetings in just a second. Okay, so we're going to scroll on down here. This is more information about policy committee. What does it do, and how to get involved. And this is just kind of the requirement. It talks about the Head Start policy representative. Okay, now the other thing is because we're a wrap, we get Head Start funding as well as state funding. The state's component that for policy committee is actually called Parent Advisory Committee, and we do need a representative for that as well. It can be the same representative. Parent Advisory Committee meets quarterly, so they only meet 4 times a year. Okay, so if you are interested in either one or both of those positions, please drop me an email. You know, some of you parents we know because we've had you previously. We may actually ask a parent if they would be interested, but every program is required. It's part of our funding mandate to have a representative on the committee. Okay, let's see. We do provide special education services, which includes speech and language therapy, And then any other therapies with motor development, occupational therapy, all kinds of things like that. If we notice that there's a delay or some concerns that we have with your child, we would discuss that with you. Assessments happen only with your permission and your knowledge. And if your child falls under any of this range of concern, we would definitely have a discussion with you about it. Okay. If you have any concerns about anything regarding your child's development, please feel free to ask us about it as well. Okay. Children can be referred either by teachers or parents. Okay. This is some information on pedestrian safety, which we are required to share with families. We will review pedestrian safety once we are back in the classroom because pedestrian safety is taken very seriously here on our Pasadena campus. We have a very busy parking lot, especially at drop-off and pickup times for school. We have a crosswalk that parents and children are required to use to get from street parking onto the campus. And so we will go over that again when we get back on campus. Okay. Here's some car seat information. Please just remember that especially our children, our preschool children, are all required to be safely restrained in a car seat whenever they are traveling anywhere in a vehicle. Okay. Just some information about what kind of car seat your child should be into. These are some resources for car seats and car seat checks. There are places, CHP offices, that will check to make sure your car seat is installed correctly. And if you have time to stop by and have them check it out, it's well worth it. Okay. And then this is just a little bit more common sense as far as pedestrian safety out on the streets. Okay. This is a sheet of Sacramento community resources for families. Everything from food to housing, utilities, low-cost internet, thrift stores, clothing closets, just anything that you might need assistance with, it can be found here. In addition to our staff, we have a school community worker. Those positions have not been assigned to classrooms yet, but as soon as they are, we will introduce you to whoever ours are, and they are our go-to resource people. So very helpful, very knowledgeable on resources out in the community. So anything that you're struggling with, especially right now during all this COVID stuff, please don't hesitate to ask. We can point you in the right direction, okay? Let's see, here's some more resources for you. This is just a flyer for our preschool. And we are continuing to enroll families. So if you know of a family who has a preschool age child, please feel free to share our information with them. This talks just about some stuff that your child's going to be learning in the classroom. This applies more to when we are in the classroom, but you can go ahead and go through it now as you're reading through stuff and let me know if you have any questions about it. Some of these things that are on here, you'll see implemented in our distance learning model. Some of them are a little tougher to implement, but we're going to work through that. Okay. This sheet right here, child information sheet. This is something we are going to go through with you during your virtual home visit. So just take a look at the questions that we're answering because we're going to fill it in on our end of the screen while we're talking to you about it. It just gives us some information about your child and helps us kind of get a jump start on getting to know them, okay? And then this is just going to verify that you got the parent handbook and had the orientation, which this video covers, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the screen sharing now. And that is all the information that I had for you. I'm going to go ahead and verbally say our phone number right now to our classroom, but it's also going to be included in that email that we send out. Okay, so our classroom number, which is a direct number right to our classroom, is area code 916-979-8374. And we are working from our classroom during the day. So when we Zoom, for the most part, it will be from the classroom. You might see some funky backgrounds this week as I'm going to be Zooming from different places across the country because I'm driving my daughters back to college in Michigan. So typically I would take this week off, but since we're going to be doing Zooms and streaming, I'm going to be able to actually be with you guys during this week while I'm traveling. So hopefully I have some cool stuff to show you. All right. If you have any questions, again, feel free to respond to the email or give us a call. All right. I think that's all we have for you. Thank you for watching the video, and we will see you soon. Bye.